Well, Grandma is back in the theater. This time she went to see Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Now, Grandma, she knows you're Harry Potter.
Yes.
She knows you're Stephen King. She knows.
Yes.
She even knows your Marvel superheroes.
I do.
Grandma, she even knows Godzilla. But I don't think Grandma knows anything about Pokemon. And so I don't know what she's going to think about this movie. It may be a whole new world, as they say, for Grandma. Let's see what she says.
Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
Well, hello, everyone. Grandma's back in the theater again.
Yes.
Before we get started on our review, we do want to remind you, please subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our reviews of any of the new movies that are out there. Also, please give it a like. Grandma, hey, over here,
yes.
Grandma. Give it a like.
I got it.
And please comment on our videos because we love to read your comments and we love to comment on your comments. This week, Grandma went to Pokemon Detective Pikachu, which is based on the famous card game, the Pokemon card game, and the Pokemon video game, and the Pokemon animated TV series. This, however, is a live-action movie with, your special effects, sort of Pokemon creatures walking around and interacting with real people. So it looks like
humans.
Real people,
Real humans.
real Pokemon in a real world. And this one is a different sort of story than at least the animated series that I'm used to. It does have Pikachu in it, who's a little cute Pokemon who has sort of lightning coming out of it and zapping people and such as its power. But it has sort of lost its memories and such as we find it in this movie. This young man has found out that his father has died, and he goes to the city to sort of settle his affairs. Runs into Pikachu, and Pikachu tells him that his father is not dead, and that maybe we need to find out what happened to him because he's disappeared. And so they go about doing some detective work, you might say, with Detective Pikachu to find out what happened. What did you think, Grandma?
I think I need to know a little bit more about, the Pokemon world or something or other.
You do. You don't know much about Pokemon,
I don't know much about, I don't have one of my own, although, I thought, gee, that would be kind of cool. Everybody has their own little partner there.
Okay, but what did you think of the movie? How about that?
It was fun. It was interesting. And I thought they did a good job of, dealing with, okay, what could possibly go wrong in a world where every human being has this
Pokemon partner.
Little Pokemon partner, What if this happened? And of course, then they have it happen. And you almost didn't need to have the human actors in the movie, because the little Pokemons were doing a pretty good job of telling the story. I enjoyed it. What did you think?
Well, there are a couple of ways to look at this film that I can tell.
Okay.
One, if you look at the film just on its own merits, I think it was pretty good. It was pretty enjoyable. The thing that they had to accomplish, which was not easy, was to make the Pokemon world believable. And that, I think they did. Bringing them into integrating them into a human world and making it seem sort of believable. I think they did a good job of that.
Everybody had their partner.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, it was, you know, that was all very an interesting part of it. The story was interesting. I thought that they as the film went on, the relationship between Pikachu and this young man who you know, they become sort of partners, was very well done. I mean, I thought that the actor and then the animated Pikachu, you could really feel the relationship between them, and I thought that was quite impressive. You know, considering that again he's acting with you know, an animated character really, and again I thought that was very good. Again, some of the action was good. The special effects was good. Again,
of course.
all the production design and everything. Again, bringing this Pokemon world to life was very well done. Mm-hmm. I have to say though, it was hard for me to forget about the Pokemon world that I was familiar with. My daughters grew up with the Pokemon card game, grew up with the Pokemon TV series, and as a result, I saw a lot of it. I knew a lot about that world, and it was a very entertaining world with Ash and the Pokemon trainers, and you know, going to these Pokemon tournaments and all that sort of stuff. And while this movie is more a movie set in the Pokemon world, this was definitely not sort of a live action or the live action Pokemon movie. It had very little to do with the world that I was familiar with and was sort of expecting to a certain degree. And I had to really take the time to set aside and step back and not think about that other world so much, and again take this on its own merits. This world that they're creating in this film, that they're creating this story and these characters that I'm not familiar with. Again, it had all these Pokemon I was familiar with, but the humans I didn't know at all, and that was sort of difficult for me because I was really hoping and expecting that Pokemon world I knew. But again, you know, looking at and so that disappointed me, not having that world that I was expecting. However, again, you know, you take the film as it is, not as it, you know, you
hoped it to be.
Well, and again, if you take it that way, it was an all right film. It was fun, and it was interesting, and again, I think I would recommend it. But again, anybody who's familiar with your traditional Pokemon stuff, do not go into this film expecting to really see that. Pikachu is the only real part of it that has a real relationship to the animated series.
Pikachu was in that.
Yes,
okay.
Pikachu is one of the main characters in the animated series. However, again, in this TV live action movie, Pikachu speaks. In the animated series, I don't think I ever saw Pikachu speak. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a possibility that at some point, you know, Pikachu did speak, and I just, you know, didn't see that one. But again, and in this one, Pikachu's talking all the way through,
right.
And
surprising everyone.
Yeah, and so. You know, I would still recommend it, but again, don't go into it expecting the TV series.
Well, since I hadn't watched the TV series, I didn't have any expectations.
Yes.
Like that would either be fulfilled or I would be disappointed. You know. So I just assumed that he talked and everything, you know, was like it was in this story.
Well, again. Again, just seeing the film that you saw today, how would you rate this one, Grandma? I would tell them
our viewers to go and enjoy it. Whether you know about the world of the Pikachu from previous experience or not.
So how many? What? How
I
many
would
thumbs?
give it a thumb. Yes.
One thumb.
This is a one thumb movie. It is good Saturday afternoon entertainment.
Okay.
Yes.